Your checklist is complete. Every email has been answered. Your desk has never been so organized. But that big project due tomorrow? You haven't even started. Sound familiar? What we're exploring today goes against everything you've heard about procrastination. Studies from the University of Pennsylvania discovered that 95% of people productively procrastinate, completing minor tasks while avoiding truly important work. But what the remaining 5% know is a counterintuitive technique that transforms this pattern into a powerful advantage. This is the strategy that Jim Rohn and Napoleon Hill understood decades ago, long before neuroscience confirmed its effectiveness. Today we'll explore 3 revelations about procrastination. The first is surprising, the second is counterintuitive, but it's the third that can transform how anyone approaches their daily tasks. Think about it. How many times have you reorganized your entire digital library, responded to every email in your inbox, cleaned your entire desk, all while avoiding that main project? This isn't a lack of discipline. It's your brain functioning exactly as designed. Research from the University of Pennsylvania and the Procrastination Research Group shows this behavior is incredibly common. Jim Rohn famously said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment." But here's the paradox. Sometimes our discipline is directed at the wrong tasks. Napoleon Hill identified productive procrastination in Think and Grow Rich as one of the greatest barriers to real success decades before modern science caught up. What's fascinating and what we'll explore today is that productive procrastination isn't just normal. It can become your greatest advantage when you understand the science behind it. The real cost? Most Americans spend 60% of their time on low-impact tasks that feel productive but don't move the needle. That's nearly 25 hours of a 40-hour workweek. By the end of this video, you'll learn about a practical 3-part system to transform this natural brain behavior into a tool for extraordinary productivity. The same approach that people like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates have used to maintain focus on what truly matters. Your brain has a natural preference for quick-win tasks over complex projects, and there's a fascinating reason why. It all comes down to dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. When you complete a small task like answering an email or organizing your desk, your brain releases a small dopamine hit. It's like a tiny celebration saying, "Good job." The problem? Your brain is constantly computing a complex equation. How much dopamine reward divided by how much effort and time? Small tasks give immediate rewards, while big important projects delay the gratification. This is why, as Dr. Piers Steel explains in his procrastination equation, we naturally gravitate toward activities with immediate payoffs rather than delayed rewards, even when the delayed rewards are much bigger. Inside your brain, there's essentially a tug-of-war happening between your limbic system, the emotional, reward-seeking part, and your prefrontal cortex, the rational, planning part. When you're productively procrastinating, your limbic system has temporarily won the battle. Jim Rohn understood this dynamic perfectly when he said, "Procrastination is like a credit card. It's fun until you get the bill." But he also taught something deeply relevant to our topic. Don't look for ways to make difficult things easier. Look for ways to make easy things harder. This is exactly what modern neuroscience confirms about productive procrastination. Consider Elon Musk's early days at Tesla. In multiple interviews, he's admitted that he naturally wanted to focus on engineering problems, tweaking designs and solving technical puzzles, while avoiding the more complex business challenges. His solution? He restructured his entire work environment to make it impossible to engage in productive procrastination. He removed the option entirely by delegating technical details and forcing himself to face the complex business problems that would actually move the company forward. Stop for a moment and think, how many times in the last week have you completed minor tasks while putting off something truly important? What were you actually avoiding? Now that we've explored why our brains love productive procrastination, let's discover what Napoleon Hill called the secret of achievers. The counterintuitive technique that transforms this pattern into an advantage. In his groundbreaking book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill emphasized the power of definiteness of purpose, a crystal-clear focus on your primary goal. But what's less known is Hill's fascinating discovery about procrastination. After studying 500 of America's most successful people, Hill realized that these high achievers didn't try to eliminate procrastination. They redirected it. What Hill discovered in his research was shocking. 98% of these extraordinarily successful Americans had a common technique for handling procrastination, but only 2% of the general public utilized it. This counterintuitive technique doesn't fight productive procrastination. It leverages it. Hill called it controlled attention, but modern researchers like Dr. John Perry have refined it into what's now known as structured procrastination. The concept is brilliantly simple. Instead of fighting against your brain's natural tendency to procrastinate, you work with it. You create a strategic list of high-value tasks that serve as allowed procrastination activities. This approach acknowledges a fundamental truth about human psychology. Fighting against our natural tendencies usually backfires. Instead, high performers create systems that redirect these tendencies toward productive ends. Take Maya Angelou, for example. In multiple interviews, she described her writing process, which involved renting a hotel room where she would go to write. She removed all possible distractions. No pictures, no books, nothing but a bed, a table, and her writing materials. By creating this environment, she didn't have to fight the urge to procrastinate. She simply removed all possibilities for productive procrastination. If you've ever felt guilty for organizing your desk instead of working on that important project, here's the liberating truth. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need a system that works with your neurobiology, not against it. But there's a crucial element that both Hill and Rohn emphasized. The final piece of the puzzle that transforms productive procrastination into your greatest competitive advantage. And that's what we'll reveal next. Jim Rohn frequently said, "Either you run the day or the day runs you." Let's explore a system that combines Rohn's and Hill's principles with the latest findings in neuroscience to transform productive procrastination into a strategic tool. This three-part system has been quietly used by some of the most productive people in America. First, the strategic procrastination list. Instead of trying to stop procrastinating, channel it toward high-value tasks. Warren Buffett, one of America's most successful investors, reportedly keeps a carefully curated list of important but not urgent tasks that still create significant value. This way, even procrastination moves goals forward. Second, implement designated time blocks. Your brain naturally cycles through periods of high focus and low focus throughout the day. For most Americans, peak concentration occurs in the morning between 9 to 11 a.m. and again around 3 to 4 p.m. Design your day to tackle your most important task during your peak mental hours, and save your strategic procrastination list for low-energy periods. This works with your brain's natural rhythm instead of fighting against it. Third, use the main task activation method. The hardest part of any important task is starting. The University of Memphis found that 80% of the psychological resistance happens in the first 5 minutes. Use the 5-minute rule. Commit to just 5 minutes on your main task before allowing yourself to switch to your strategic procrastination list. Often once you start, the momentum carries you forward. Take Warren Buffett's famous two-list prioritization system as an example. In numerous interviews, Buffett has described how he writes down his top 25 goals, then circles the 5 most important ones. The genius part? He treats the remaining 20 items as his avoid at all costs list, things that feel important but actually distract from his top priorities. When he feels the urge to procrastinate on his top 5, he knows exactly which valuable but less critical tasks to avoid. What would happen if, instead of trying to stop procrastinating, you channeled that energy toward strategically selected tasks? Imagine how your productivity would soar if every moment of escaping a difficult task still resulted in significant progress. Here's the final revelation. The true antidote to procrastination isn't more willpower or discipline. It's redesigning your environment to make failure impossible. This changes everything. Following Rohn's principles on association, structure your physical and digital environment to automatically redirect procrastination. Remove social media apps from your phone. Use website blockers during focus time. Set up your desk to eliminate visual reminders of minor tasks. Create separate workspaces for different types of work. As studies from Stanford University show, environmental triggers can either reinforce or break procrastination cycles. Let's recap the 3 secrets we've uncovered about productive procrastination. First, productive procrastination is a natural brain mechanism, not a character flaw. Your brain is designed to seek immediate rewards, and small tasks provide exactly that. Second, redirecting procrastination is more effective than fighting it. By creating a strategic procrastination list, you ensure that even your off-task time creates value. Third, redesigning your environment eliminates the need for heroic willpower. When your surroundings support your priorities, success becomes the path of least resistance. As Rohn wisely said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." With this system, you're not just getting better, you're working smarter with your brain's nature. And as Napoleon Hill discovered in his extensive research, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Now you have the tools to conceive, believe, and achieve, without being paralyzed by productive procrastination. America's most successful people, from Warren Buffett in Omaha to Oprah Winfrey in Chicago, haven't eliminated procrastination. They've mastered it by understanding these principles and creating systems that work with human nature rather than against it. In the comments below, share one task you've been putting off and how you might apply the strategic productive procrastination system starting today. Your comment might inspire others to transform their own procrastination into extraordinary productivity. And remember, that urge to organize your desk before starting the big project? It's not your enemy, it might be your greatest ally when you know exactly how to use it. The next time you feel that familiar pull toward the small tasks, don't fight it. Redirect it. Your brain isn't broken, it's working exactly as designed. That's the real secret to extraordinary productivity in a world full of distractions. Hey, incredible growth seekers! Wow, what a journey! If this video resonated, subscribe now for more life-changing content. Join our community of self-improvers. Smash that like button to fuel more content on mindfulness, goal setting, and emotional intelligence. Share this video to create a ripple of positive change. Comment below about your growth journey. Your insights shape our content. Next week, boosting self-confidence and overcoming limiting beliefs. Don't miss it. Every interaction brings us closer to a world of empowered individuals. Let's make personal development global. Stay inspired, keep growing. Your best self awaits. Let's unlock it together.